This is by far the worst one ever. And
no, it's not. This is the most easily justified, obvious ban in the world. Absolutely one of the most despicably insecure, pathetic. I can't. If I speak. Huh. Interesting. Curious stuff happening here.
like, I'm a great-looking guy. I have great morals. Everybody talks about how great of a guy I am.
Alright, so Tectone has been banned from Twitch for the 4th time in 90 days. Now, I can remember the reason for 3 of Tectone, or well, I know the reason for 3 of these bans, okay? I don't know the 4th one. I know the current one. There's one I don't know. Thank you for the raid, Chud. Welcome in, Chud Raiders. Just covering Tectone's ban. So, one of the bans was for calling Frogan fat. Obviously, I totally disagree with that ban. I think that's a totally unreasonable ban. I think that's a clear example of Twitch being very protective of their streamers, you know, their golden child lefty streamers, and banning someone who's attacking them. I think that's pretty clear in that case. Now, there's 2 other bans. There's there's a previous one for Denims, and there's this one too. And these other bans, I'm not as sold on the double standard argument, okay? The first ban, Tectone said, the only time I watch Denims clips is with my pants off, or something like that, basically saying he jerks off to Denims. Now, while I think there's probably examples you could draw on where people say something that's maybe similar and didn't get banned, I think a lot of the time, Twitch are probably going to err towards banning you if you're sexually harassing in some way other partnered streamers. I believe Trainwrecks got hit for that at one point back in the day. That has happened before. It's not really a new thing, that sort of comment gets you banned. So I'm not exactly sold on this big double standard point for that one. And this latest one, I do not buy the double standard argument whatsoever. So Tectone isn't gonna, he does say what the statement was, but he's not going to exactly talk about why he might have been banned in this video. So I'll explain it to you, the obvious reason. Tectone said, Denims, if you don't want to be called a don't have an OnlyFans. Now, on first glance, this statement might seem relatively benign. Now, obviously, if you think for a moment, you might remember that Twitch actually have a policy that e-girls cannot promote their OnlyFans. They cannot mention their OnlyFans. They cannot link their OnlyFans. That's not allowed on Twitch. So, when Tectone says, if you don't want to be called a whore, don't have an OnlyFans, he's referencing her OnlyFans. They're just not allowed to promote their adult content on Twitch. It's always been a rule for a very long time. For a very, very long time. Tectone's bringing up her OnlyFans when he does that. Now, it's obviously a rule that Denims can't even bring up her OnlyFans. So the idea that there would be a carve-out that Denims can't mention that she's got an OnlyFans, but Tectone can, is like kind of absurd. That's like kind of ridiculous. That's pretty ridiculous. So there's an obvious reason why he got banned there. Can you imagine the precedent? What sort of retarded standard would be set if Tectone could mention it and she couldn't? All that would happen is e-girls would just pay big male streamers to berate them for their OnlyFans to promote it. That would be the new that would be the new tactic. That would be the new strat. If that was a carve-out, that you can berate women for their OnlyFans, but they can't promote it, they would just start doing that to promote it. That's why they go on the whatever podcast, right? Is basically to do that, to get their OnlyFans promoted by being berated. Yeah, the fresh and fit model. Exactly right. It's like, that is the inevitable, obvious outcome of having a rule like that. And anyone that thinks about it for more than 2 seconds could figure that out. Tectone, unfortunately, is incapable of thinking for even half a second, let alone 2 full seconds. So, we're going to watch Tectone be utterly confused as to why he was banned. And also watch him, well, he's probably not confused, he's probably just lying. And also talk about the folder he sent Twitch and the amazing 50,000 IQ trap that he laid, okay?
It bothers me if they're promoting terrorist propaganda when I...
Yeah, I'm going to skip the first bit here because I
was exactly that he said. I mean, he made a pretty long video about it. I don't know if I want to watch the whole video. But basically, I'll see if he says it in the first few minutes.
Probably any contentless content creator goes live and reacts to it and sends their chat my way to give me a sub, as I'm sure they're going to do. Guys, I shit you not. This is not my first. This is not my second. This is not my third. This is my fourth fucking ban in the past 90 days.
That's insane.
Over what, might you ask? Well, guess what? This is by far the worst one ever. And
no, it's not. This is the most easily justified, obvious ban in the world.
This one laid forth a little trap that I set for you, Twitch. Yeah.
So, guys, he's claiming he laid a trap. Guys, what do you think of the chances Tectone actually laid a trap versus he saw Ethan Klein say that he laid a trap in a video the other day, and so he thinks, whoa, that's how I look really smart. Whoa, that's how if I pretend to be like that, that's how I'll look really smart, and everyone will think I'm awesome. Everyone will think I'm awesome. So I'm going to latch onto something from a couple weeks ago, and I'm going to desperately make up a narrative that I'm playing 4D chess and laid a trap for Twitch to try and make myself look better.
I bet you didn't know that, because I was waiting for you to do this, and I knew that you would do this, and I knew the reason would be even stupider than the one before. So
what is it?
Thank you for once again allowing me to showcase to the world how truly stupid you are.
I thought this is Final Fantasy 16.
Let's go ahead and talk about the hypocrisy, the double standards, and the preferential treatment of every single person on this goddamn platform, running it behind the scenes. So, yes,
is it really?
I have been banned once again.
Very close.
Found out about, what,
so
2 minutes
Tectone got suspended.
Go probably.
This happened yesterday.
We got a nice little Twitter thread going over on over on X. Still not used to it being called X. Here we go. Yep, Tectone been banned already. 2.8 thousand likes. Can't wait for everybody to call me the worst human being on earth.
What the fuck? I didn't do shit.
And probably compare me to Adolf Hitler. I'm going to scroll for 2 seconds. Let's see if I can find anybody saying Hitler dead. Yeah, claps. Nice dessiné. Where's the Hitler dead? There it is. Yep, great. 4 times.
So he just goes to, like, this guy is genuinely one of the most insecure, pathetic fucking losers in the world. It's so embarrassing. Going through to Plazuka's videos, desperately trying to attack Plazuka's, going into Chud's comments and defending himself there, coming into my comments and defending himself there. Absolutely one of the most despicably insecure, pathetic... I can't... if I speak. And here he is, combing through his quote tweets. Looking for people talking shit about him. Looking for people saying mean things. Oh, they're calling me Hitler. They're saying Hitler dead here. They're saying Hitler dead here. Boo-hoo. Seriously, man. Boo-hoo.
This year, crazy work. Just perma this loser. Well, just know this loser that you're calling me made over $400,000 last month. No, let's see, we're on track to make $500,000 this month.
Wow.
So, yeah, go ahead.
That's
take
a
that
lot of
shit,
money.
Shove it up your ass, brother. We are killing it. It is fucking insane. 106,000
It's a big money
subs
situation
this month on YouTube, brother. That shit is fucking insane.
Worse
Man, this
than Hitler,
loser keeps on fucking winning. It is nice. So, by the way, Asmongold, if you're watching this and you said that's it, go fuck yourself.
I actually didn't. I think that's a respectable amount of money. Wow. That's pretty good.
Anyways.
That's good. $400,000 a month. That's pretty good.
Have been banned once again. 7 days, boys. 7 days. Thought it was 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Oh, don't worry. It's only a 7-day ban and no pay for 2 weeks. That's all right. I already turned off all the ads off of Twitch regardless, and they can't take my sub revenue. So I will be going live on Twitch once I'm unbanned again, which I have a prediction. I predict I will be unbanned in the next 24 hours because I'm about to make y'all look really, really fucking bad. And if I'm not, Oh, I got something even better for the follow-up video. So if you're new here, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for all notifications if you want to be ready for that. I like to keep bullets in my chamber.
Is it legit that you made $400K in a month? Wouldn't be surprised.
Only use them when I have to, but you're kind of
Ask him where he heard that advice from.
forcing my hand here by fucking me over non-stop. So yes, I have been banned for 7 days, of why I had no fucking idea until I was sent this, which is obviously why
title
did I get
or
banned?
VOD.
On stream or VOD. Drop.
So, where the notice he's not showing the violation. Notice that he's not showing what it says the violation was. So that he can just say, oh, well, I called Denims a whore and I got banned. But it doesn't actually show which policy he violated.
Drama Gaming reacted. New Stellar Blade. Yeah. Great game, by the way. Huge drama. Mega content. What is going on this time? Content creation date, June 23rd, 2025 at 2:26 p.m. UTC. I got to be let known.
He want to be a band so badly, this dude lied about Twitch staff telling him he would get a perma within a month. And his dad is a rapper minus a P.
Thank you for the 50 Danish krona. Huge appreciated. We've actually got a clip related to Tectone's dad coming up.
Why I got...
In fact, let's jump to that now, okay? Just quickly. I do want to show this quickly. It's very interesting here. Very interesting here.
$10 towards getting Kuihman to 400k per month.
Hugely appreciate for the $10 there, Thyologist. Hugely appreciate it. Thank you so much. In fact, guys, we're going to do a quick goal. We're going to throw up a goal, okay? We've got an I will be happy smile goal in the chat right now. Awesome stuff. Huge things happening. Also, guys, now's a great time to remind you, if you are the 529 people watching right now, or 543 actually, that just updated. Remember to move your cursor to thumbs up and click it, or pressing a thumbs up on the mobile device. That'd be hugely appreciated. If you want to take your support one step further, you can do it directly through a stream elements link in the pinned chat message. Just buy a membership to the channel, gift a membership to the channel, gift a bunch of memberships around me throughout the chat. Buy a super chat, which will highlight your message and read it on TTS, or buy a super sticker, which is a YouTube image or GIF that'll be highlighted in chat and I'll subscribe it to you. Thank you for the $50, Matt N. That's hugely appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can also go to discord.gg/Kuihman, twitter.com/Kuihman, or reddit.com/r/Kuihman. Also, guys, huge push recently for active engagement. Run a Twitter account, run a Discord account, run a Reddit account. Always be clipping ABC. There's an ABC guide in the subreddit. And post like hell, okay? I know you'll post peacefully, but the people you hate, the thing they fear the most is you running a Twitter account, running a Reddit account, running a Discord account, and being present, talking your shit. Okay, that's what they hate. They fear that, they hate that, they're disgusted by that, they can't stand it. Thank you, Big Aaron, for the 99-cent super sticker of a 100 emoji. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, I've got this Tectone clip here.
Is just simply not true. You can, once again, my father did get involved with some bad stuff back in the day. You can pull up the government docs yourself. There was no rape, and there wasn't even any sexual assaults. It was sexual.
So, there wasn't even a sexual assaults. Wasn't even any sexual assaults. So, if I go here, if I pull this up quickly, okay? Let's look at this government document here. This is from Congress, okay? This is the congressional record. We're going to look at Colonel Michael Robertson. So it's just down here we see. Last week, Colonel Robertson was convicted by a military judge of 14 charges, including having pornography on his government computer, sexually harassing 3 women, and assaulting 5 women. 8 women that served under his command testified at great cost to their careers and their privacy. So, very clearly here, in the congressional record, it says, Colonel Robertson was convicted by a military judge of 14 charges, including having pornography on his government computer, sexually harassing 5 women, sexually harassing 3 women, and assaulting 5 women. Yet, Tectone here is claiming that's not the case.
Is just simply not true. You can, once again, my father did get involved with some bad stuff back in the day. You can pull up the government docs yourself. There was no rape, and there wasn't even any sexual assaults.
Oh.
It was sexual harassment back in fucking 2007. Sorry, or not even. It was like back in like fucking 1998, 2002. I don't know what you want me to do. Also, that's not me. So why the fuck am I getting shit for what my dad did? Hasan, your dad freed terrorists on October 7th, and your uncle...
Well, I believe it to be sexual assault because it says here, sexual assault in the military. That's the title of the chapter in the Congressional Record. it's saying stop military rape at male. Colonel Robertson routinely touched them without permission on their breasts, thighs, and buttocks, and even encouraged them to look at pornography on his computer. Yeah, I'd say touching breasts, thighs, and buttocks without consent, probably sexual assault. Yeah. Yeah, I would probably go, yeah, say that. Yeah.
Uncle fantasizes about fucking children. And by the way, do you want to know, because here's the thing, Hasan. You can't choose the family you have, but you can choose your friends. And what's insane is that you have a friend that you choose to have in your life with much worse accusations on his name. So what I'm wondering here is,
Wait,
who
even is this?
You choose for this guy to be in your life, and why don't we just go ahead and talk about
it? Who even is this? I don't even know who this is, man.
What I'm wondering here is...
Demilas Sonoiki.
You choose for this guy to be in your life, and why don't we just go ahead and talk about it?
Tectone, you chose to have your dad in your content and chose to routinely lie about the contents of his convictions, including just now.
Several women of sexual misconduct and a rape allegation. You're friends with rapists and sexual assaulters, and you choose to have that motherfucker in your life. No matter what I do, I can't remove my dad from being my dad. I came out of his dick. I came out of my mother's pussy.
Doesn't Tectone cry that people cut him off for having allegations against him? But he's saying that Hasan should cut off his friend.
I can't do anything about that. You want to link me
I don't even know if this guy's Hasan's friend. I actually don't even know what point he's trying to make here because I have no idea who that guy is.
I have no choice of it. For the rest of my life, I will be known as the son of my dad. You choose to be friends with rapists. You choose to be friends with sexual assaulters. You chose to go to a Diddy party. Your words, not mine. You chose to look at pornographic images of children. You chose to do that, Hasan, and you said it was
what? Hasan looked at pornography. What are you talking about? Wait, is this because he said there was, at the Diddy party, there was like some, like a projection of a kid dancing or some shit? Dude, that's so retarded. Bro, you do fucking shows with Nux Taku. He made his career reacting to pornographic images of children. Tectone.
Awesome. So, here's what I'm wondering. How's nobody else picked up on this by now? Just wondering. Feel free to tell me how I'm wrong. Feel free, because while you sit here and your best shot at me is going after a 76-year-old man who has cancer because he's my dad.
And he's a rapist.
Even his crimes, you exaggerated them completely out of fucking proportion, which, by the way, still...
Sorry, if you're a convicted sexual assaulter, I'm fine with calling you a rapist. If you are a convicted sexual assaulter, I am fine with labeling you a rapist. That is not so untrue that I care to correct the inaccuracy.
You can cut off family. It's really not hard. It's just a self-minded moment to have to keep awful people in your life.
Thank you for the $5 Twitch cam. It's hugely appreciated. No one serious is like hearing convicted sexual assaulter and going, well, that's not technically rape, is it? You're fucking retarded. Thank you for the $10, that guy 66. I could swear years ago Tectone said something along the lines of, if your family is shitty, that blood shouldn't matter, you should cut them off. I wonder why he flipped. Curious.
Has, once again, Hasan, absolutely nothing to do with me. Your own family is worse than mine, And the people you choose to be best friends with are even worse than the exaggerations of the things you say I've done. Are we starting to understand this now, why nobody takes you seriously? Oh, and by the way, I'm also going to be making another lovely video about another guy who you've used as your pawn for very long. Because Ludwig also did a lot of bad shit that no one is holding him accountable for.
Okay, the worst people you know are fighting. Tectone is trying to kill Ludwig. Okay. Critical support for both sides of that conflict, okay? Kill each other. Okay.
Man, once again,
that's
I was
nice. They told
part of my VOD.
Usually they don't do
where you guys will never guess what I was talking about. You'll never guess. You'll never guess why I got banned again, guys. Do we have any predictions? I would love to know.
It's about dogs.
Who do you think got me banned? Yet.
Oh, apparently this is footage of Tectone being a, some people might argue, pedophile. I don't know if I would argue that, because I don't know if drawings are enough to call someone that, but let's take a look.
Next up, Paimon. Dude, I feel like if Paimon were to visit me, I feel like we'd just be best friends. You know? And I bet she would taste delicious. Imagine how Paimon's feet would taste when she's 18. Probably like cinnamon and honey. Next up, Paimon. Dude, I feel like if Paimon were to visit me, I feel like we'd just be best friends.
And what's this one?
Is Clea a perfect unit? No. Is she terrible? No. Okay? She's awesome. I love her, and she definitely deserves to be a 5-star. We're gonna bust this shit open right now. Sucrose, you can suck him in. Clea, jerk him off. You go in, Zhang Ling.
She is generally considered to be around 7 to 10 years old in terms of her mental and physical appearance.
Huh. Interesting. Curious stuff happening here. Yet Tectone's very brave, saying, Hasan, you looked at pornographic images of children because you said there was a projection of a kid dancing at some weird as fuck party you went to at Coachella one year. Yeah, Tectone is out here talking about Clea jerking people off. He's talking about Paimon's feet and how their taste. He's hanging out with Nux Taku, who made a career reacting to lolly porn. He's liking pictures of Venti getting his asshole blown open.
And again, yep, there it is. That dumb bitch who's getting her ass sued, and I can't wait for her ass to get permanent.
You're going to have to be a little bit more specific.
Yes, I have been mass reported by Denims community once again for calling her a whore. Wow! Amazing, amazing. Yeah. And you know what's crazy?
So Denims
I didn't even call her a whore this time. That's what's crazy. I got banned because she said she was upset that she was being called a whore. And then I said, what? If you don't want to be called that, don't have an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So, Tectone is refusing to show the violation, okay? He's refusing to show the violation he was banned for. It's pretty clear to me, it seems, that he was banned for mentioning the OnlyFans, not for calling her a whore or anything similar. It was for bringing up her OnlyFans. Because even the women are not allowed to bring up their OnlyFans. You cannot make a loophole where you can bring up a woman's OnlyFans if you're berating her. Because then they will all just start getting berated by bigger streamers to promote their OnlyFans. That will just be the game. There's money to be made there.
I mean, that's true. He's right. I don't support people saying that. I never call people that. But that's the reason why people are calling you that. I mean, that's obviously why. How do you not know that's the reason?
So I didn't even call her that. I got banned merely for saying.
So he got banned for trying to help her. He's trying to help her and they're banning him. Does Twitch hate women?
Don't want to be called that, then don't have an OnlyFans.
Totally worthless commentary from these two.
Is that not fucking insane?
The double standard,
in case you're wondering, well, Techie, well, maybe you shouldn't be saying that. You're right. Oh, and by the way, I'm taking you on a journey here, right? There's levels to this shit.
Yeah.
And I need you guys to understand how fucked up this is about to get. So the woman, in case you missed last time I got banned, which is about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Wow, story time with Techie. There's this girl called Denims who keeps on calling me a sexual predator, a abuser, a guy who beats women, and she's called me a rapist. Her buddy has...
All of those, by the way, no suspensions. No suspensions, no punishments.
Why would you be banned for calling someone a rapist? By the way, no one called Asmongold a pedophile. No one called Asmongold a pedophile, not explicitly. When they talk about Asmongold getting called a pedophile, it's about Hasan. What did he do? It was like there was the law that was passed in Texas outlawing lolly or whatever, outlawing lolly porn, or that was what they were claiming. That's what anime fans were claiming was happening. Obviously, Asmongold lives in Texas, and Hasan like quote tweeted the law change with like a picture of Asmongold looking scared and was like the worst day ever for this guy or some shit. It was like some retarded shit like that, where he's just like basically poking fun at the idea that Asmongold might be a lolicon. He lives in Texas. That's where the law was being changed. It's like, is he implying that he's some kind of sexual degenerate lolicon? Yes, he is, absolutely. But they didn't just straight up call him a pedophile. It's not like he just went, Asmongold's a pedophile, Asmongold rapes kids. It's not quite like that. When they say Asmongold got called a pedophile, it's not quite true. It's not quite true. And there's actually nothing wrong with calling Tectone a rapist. There's literally nothing wrong with calling Tectone a rapist. If you've been credibly accused of rape, I don't know how you can be credibly accused of sexual assault and abuse. I don't know how you can cry about being called a rapist, right? How can that be against TOS? Like, what would be the standard there? That would be an insane standard. If someone gets credibly accused of rape and you can't call them a rapist. So Twitch just like they make policies for protecting abusers. That's how that's instantly spun, right? So yeah, that's you're never gonna be banned because you called someone a rapist after they got accused of rape. That would be completely retarded.
No, bans, nothing.
Hasan has called me a familial...
Earlier you said convicted, now you're saying credibly accused. Well, if you were listening, you would figure out why I said those two different things. Because in one case we were talking about Tectone's father, and the other case we were talking about Tectone. So if you tried listening, if you tried digging your ears out, you might figure out that Tectone's father was convicted of multiple counts of sexual assault. Meanwhile, Tectone has simply been credibly accused of sexual assault and abuse in two different relationships.
You're obligated rapist. Do you think...
I think I saw this recently. Let's see if I can find it here. Hours before a ban, Hasan was throwing accusations at him.
Why is Tectone's egg ass trying to say you ruined your life, Lamau? Why are you...
You know, I find it interesting that people call Tectone egg, eggy, all of this stuff. Because I don't know if anyone's noticed this, but he has actually very FTM physiognomy. Have we noticed this? That Tectone is very female to male coded. Have we noticed it? He's sort of like a buck angel. Do you see what I mean? He's sort of like a buck angel. He's sort of like a... FT Malcolm. He's sort of like a... You know, that guy who spoke to Ben Shapiro or whoever on Jubilee. You know, very female to male coded. The performance of masculinity as well makes me get very female to male vibes from this guy too. It's very just incredibly Buck Angel vibes coming off this guy.
Has called me a familial obligated rapist. Do you think...
I think I saw this recently. Let's see if I can find it here. Hours before a ban, Hasan was throwing accusations at him.
Why is Tectone's egg ass trying to say you ruined your life, Lamau? Why are you openly admitting that you watch the rapist child of a rapist?
The rapist child of a rapist. So we're once again... never liked Hasan. I need to keep reminding people of this. I never liked Hasan. But when you take things too fucking far, and then every time you show a clip, it's just like, it's like totally uncontroversial, and it's obvious you're just trying to kill the guy. He just starts looking cool. Like, this makes him look funny and epic. You go out, I've got many tweets shitting on Hasan from back in the day. Many tweets, many videos shitting on Hasan. But when it gets to this point, when you're just showing clips of Hasan owning people, and you're like, isn't this guy terrible? No. No.
No shade on the FTM community, but Tectone being FTM would explain how he's got such a micro down there.
Well, it would actually be a macro, because he's coming from the other side. But thank you very much, Tetris, for the $5. That's hugely appreciated. So... I don't know how you hate Hasan when these are the clips you're being shown. Every time he talks about Tectone, it's funny. When our relevant is... I need to play this clip again, because this is just baffling to me that people are getting upset about this. What was he accused of exactly? Abuse in 2 relationships, and I believe one of the women was claiming that he forced her to suck his dick multiple times or something. Shamu probably knows better than me. He's in chat.
No, it's not. The year 2025 in the United States is nothing like if I step foot wearing this outfit in Toronto and killed for
so this is Hasan watching The View, and our relevance here, virtue signaling. This dude hates women. Just because you disagree with the war doesn't mean you should overlook misogyny.
Sorry. What, they wear like no, I can't have my hair showing. I can't wear a skirt. I can't have my arms out.
I'm telling you, as
I literally...
Yeah, I can't wear my skirt in Tehran. I can't eat Kubi Day. Whoopee, don't you understand? I can't wear bikini to the beach. So obviously, they all need to die. We need to kill them. I can't wear my skirt to beach and eat Kubi Day.
literally said it was up to the Iranian.
Yeah, this is just an all-time Hasan clip. This is one of the funniest Hasan clips I've ever seen. Whoopee, I can't wear my skirt to the beach. Whoopee.
Like, what is wrong with you? Why are you openly admitting that you watch the rapist child of a rapist? Like, what is wrong with you? Generational sexual assault. Who gives a shit, dude?
That's crazy to say. That's really crazy to say. And again, by the way, credit to Hasan. Hasan isn't reporting Tectone for saying mean things about him. I don't have a problem. People want to talk shit back and forth. Go ahead. But the problem is that you can't talk shit at somebody. They respond, and then you report them, and they get in trouble. That's
So that's not what happened here. Again, Tectone is not showing the violation because I would bet money he was not banned for talking shit. He was banned for mentioning her OnlyFans. Now, interesting Asmongold says that, isn't it? Interesting Asmongold says that. Denims claims she never reported him. Denims does not claim to have reported him at all. I believe she put out a tweet saying she did nothing. But interesting that Asmongold says that, isn't it? If it's fine to talk shit with someone online, just don't go running to Twitch staff trying to get people banned. Oh, right. Okay.
it's bullshit.
Interesting standard.
That's massive fucking bullshit.
Okay.
They got banned? No.
Defamation, yeah.
Soidora, they got nothing. They got zero punishment.
Yep.
Yeah, Denims called for reporting when he said he watches her clips with his pants off or whatever. She admits to doing that one, but she said she did nothing here and posted that do nothing when Xi Jinping Chad meme about it.
Zero. I explain to them why they're being called that. I get banned for 7 days again. I
This is a
even
one-way
tried
street
to
bullshit?
clean up my language when talking about this. But apparently, I can't talk about Frogan, I can't talk about Hasan, I can't talk about Denims.
But they can talk about you all they want and call you a rapist, a sexual assaulter, or an abuser, anything like that. They can.
Yeah, you're credibly accused of being both of those things, and it's not against TOS to say them. It is against TOS to bring up people's OnlyFans.
Say any of that, and nothing ever happens to them.
I can't talk about any of it.
And bear in mind, this is not a double standard. Tectone constantly makes pedophile implications about Hasan. He calls Hasan bin Laden Diddy Piker. He is constantly accusing Hasan of all sorts of shit. So it is not a double standard. Tectone is perfectly able to call other people rapists, abusers, pedophiles. You just can't bring up their OnlyFans or say you're jerking off to them. I know, crazy. Now, again, I will say, obviously, he did get banned for calling Frogan fat at one point. I think that is obviously totally wrong and an obvious double standard. That one I will give him. Absolutely. Any day I'll give him that one. You should not be banned for calling Frogan fat. That's retarded. But in this case, in the other Denims case, he's got, like, no ground to stand on. This is ridiculous. And again, I remind you, Asmongold says, talk shit back and forth, just don't go running to Twitch to get people banned. So let's continue.
Yet they can run my name through the mud 24/7.
Yep.
Now, I believe, a little bit of tinfoil hat here, a little bit of tinfoil hat, I believe that there might be some preferential treatment going on for Hasan, Denims, and Frogan.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Oh, man. Do you think that's happening? Oh, wow. No way.
I might believe.
Why don't you try looking into it
pushing
at all, Asmongold? See, it's just like they are completely bought in, the most biased, dishonest liars. Everyone's still pushing on the Giga anti-Hasan stuff, has totally abandoned all honesty or principles. All of them. There is not, I don't believe there is a single person doing like good, honest anti-Hasan coverage at this point. It died the moment the Twitch ad campaign shit was ubiquitous. They have completely given up with any honesty. And they're coordinated too. They all just coordinate openly.
Extreme leftist agenda, these extreme libtards on the internet, I think someone on Twitch agrees with them. But then, that was my thoughts a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I thought, well, maybe they're just not aware. You know, honestly, maybe Twitch just wasn't aware of what they're doing.
Sure.
I gave them, dude, I gave them such the biggest benefit of the doubt.
Oh, yeah.
I thought,
of course.
You know what? There's a lot of people on this platform. There's a lot of big streamers. There's Asmongold, there's FaZe Lacey, there's Kai Cenat.
Yep.
There used to be IShowSpeed, but they banned his ass too because they're retarded.
For something he said when he was underage.
I'm being a dick. You can go watch Mizkif. The Botez sisters, what are they doing this time? Mizkif's journey to LA, Gary Pog. You can watch S-Fan play, he's playing
Stellar
variety
Blade.
games. What was he playing today? Death Stranding, #2.
Yeah, he was
You can
doing
go
that
watch
too.
Seer, Quirk Out. You can go watch Soda Poppin' and Veve have an abusive relationship.
The reality is, Hasan just has not done anything that offensive in like a year, as far as I know. Like, all the stuff that are like seriously valid complaints, bringing on the kid who he thought was a Houthi. Obviously, I don't believe that kid was actually a Houthi. I think that's been proven. However, Hasan absolutely thought he was and was ready to suck him off. So, the criticism stands for Hasan. Playing the Hezbollah music video. I think that's about it. I think those are the last big criticisms of Hasan, really. I think those are the last big moments. Exactly. I'm deliberately leaving out the Medicare one, because the Medicare one should not have been controversial at all. That is, like, not a good criticism of Hasan. That was total bullshit virtue signaling. What did he say? If Republicans truly cared about Medicare fraud, they'd kill Rick Scott. That's what he said. He didn't say, I'm gonna. He didn't say, someone should. He said, if they weren't lying about their principles, they're taking this guy out already. Thank you for the $5, Jimbley. Huge appreciated.
Just kidding. You know what? In many of these VTubers, maybe they just don't know.
Yeah. There's a lot of
And
people
I
on
genuinely
Twitch.
believe
How
that.
can you
I
know
thought
about
there's
everything?
no way there's actually a leftist agenda. So
Wait, wait, you're asking a question. Why is it not okay to bring up someone's OnlyFans on Twitch? Because there's a rule against girls promoting it. So the idea that you would carve out the rule so that guys can bring it up to degrade women, but women can't bring it up to promote it, that would be a ridiculous rule that would just cause a meta where it's like the fresh and fit meta, right? The OnlyFans girls would just get berated by bigger streamer guys to promote their OnlyFans.
I set up a little trap. I did. In case you guys are wondering, last time I got banned, I made sure to inform you guys that I sent them a folder. And I want to let you guys know that folder was seen. I wanted to let you guys know that something big was going to happen. Giving them incredibly good things.
Yeah, I remember. Like, I was like, bro, this guy pulled in Iran. He was like, yeah, something really big is coming. And then nothing came. I was like, well, what the hell is this? What happened? All right, well, now we're going to know.
And I want to let you know, nothing happened.
Yep.
Nothing. Zero
Big
things
surprise.
happened. Why do you think that's a really big issue? Well, let me tell you why that is. Inside of this folder that I made with the help of my mods, I had a plethora of videos and screenshots that went on for quite a bit.
Oh, God.
Ranging from everybody from Mike from PA, Hasan, Denims, Frogan,
Bro.
Casey Tron Minx, just to name a few, with wonderful little clips like this.
The reason Tectone can't sue me is because he did that shit.
Clips where Denims is saying that I'm a rapist and I can't sue her because, well, she believes that I did it. Clips
based off of, by the way, a twit longer. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, very incriminating, guys.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, AFK for a moment. So, Asmongold's just lying there. It's not just based off of a twit longer. There's evidence of a police report and everything. So this guy's totally covering for his abuser rapist friend here. So it's not just a twit longer. It's not just a twit longer. That's not true at all. Yeah, it's testimony from his ex-wife and ex-girlfriend, both saying that this shit happened. There's, I believe, there's a lot in the court documents. Okay, listen. There's way more than they're pretending here. So Asmongold is covering for his rapist friend here. So never let this fucking scumfuck rat Asmongold pretend that he just got so blindsided by Tectone's allegations he didn't realize they were true when it's inevitably proven out. So this folder. Now obviously the one clip that Tectone just showed, this isn't TOS at all.
Just to name a few, with wonderful little clips like this.
Why would Denims ever be banned for saying this?
The reason Tectone can't sue me is because he did that shit.
Clips where Denims is saying that I'm a rapist and I can't sue her because, well, she believes that I did it. Clips
based off of, by the way, a twit longer.
So why would she ever be banned for saying that? What a fucking retarded standard Tectone once set. What a fucking stupid standard he once set. So we went through some of this folder on JStalks. JStalk actually got the link to the folder from this video. And there's nothing in it. Seriously, there is nothing in it. There is nothing that was reasonable to action on. Okay? I'll describe what was in the folder. You can go look at JStalk's last VOD. I'm not going to pull it up right now because it's quite a lot. But basically, most of what was in the folder, I'll go through some of the examples, okay? So it's Denim saying stuff like that, saying she believes the allegations and he's a rapist or whatever. It's Denim's tweeting I'll show you the Denims tweet that was in there. Where's this Denims tweet? Oh, no, Denims is raping. Wait, no, dude. It's a bad day for Denims haters. Dude, it's a bad day. So obviously this is one of the Denims tweets that was in the folder. Okay, it's Denims saying this about Tectone. Kick recruiting a sex pest during Pride Month is so brave, with rainbow heart emojis. So that's just a funny tweet, first of all. That's just a funny tweet. And you wouldn't expect one of these Pride Month jokes from Denims. You really wouldn't.
After listing his countless issues with Twitch, it makes Tectone a bit of a coward to keep streaming there, doesn't it?
You'd think so, yeah. Thank you for $10. Huge appreciated. Then there's, so basically the only thing from Denims that was, like, actionable in that folder was her reading the Letter to America by Osama bin Laden. Now, if you remember that drama, Twitch, before people did that, did not have an explicit policy on handling of terrorist propaganda. As a result of that drama, they enacted a policy on handling of terrorist propaganda. Denims was temporarily banned under this new policy, and Kira Chats was permanently banned under this new policy. Action was taken against the streamers who did this shit. Kira Chats was permabanned because I believe she was like avowing and endorsing. Denims had a disclaimer on screen saying she didn't avow or endorse. So Denims got a temp ban. So Tectone's folder showing the blatant hypocrisy of Twitch was a bunch of people being mean to him, and then things that were actioned on, things that were moderated already by Twitch. So it was like the most worthless, dog shit attempt at proving a double standard you could possibly have come up with. Like, there are arguments of Twitch having a double standard, and Tectone missed all of them. So let's show this exchange. This is another little Tectone Denims thing that happened the other day that's relevant to this. Tectone proclaims that Denims has Tectone derangement syndrome. Right. I'm sorry I will never date you. Just not good enough for me. I'm a great looking guy, great morals. Out of your league, sorry.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely think that Denims has Tectone derangement syndrome. I think she is a very weak-minded individual that cannot get over her sexual thirst for me. And I just feel like she can't keep her name out of my mouth because she wants to be with me. And that's just pretty much it. And it sucks because, I mean, I'm already happily in a relationship and it'll never work. You know, maybe, I mean, she did invite me to Fortnite a couple of years ago. Maybe I'll take her up on that offer one day. But the reality is that I just feel like it's honestly really sad. I do. I think it's really, really, really fucking sad because I understand that the heart wants what the heart wants. But Denims, I'm sorry. I will never date you. I won't. I'm sorry. And it'll just never work. And you can keep talking about me all you like, and I hope it makes you feel good making so many videos about me. But you're just not good enough for me, man. Like, I'm a great-looking guy. I have great morals. Everybody talks about how great of a guy I am. And I just feel like I'm out of your league. So
I don't have a link to that doc. I didn't actually have a link. JStalk had it. But if you go into JStalk's VOD from 3 days ago and look about... What timestamp? He goes over a significant amount of it at around 7 hours, 8 minutes, 7 hours, 10 minutes. Around there, he's going over the folder if you want to go see it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. And, yeah, plus, I'll be real, I would never date a chick with an OnlyFans ever again because why would I do that when I can just pay $4.99 and get the whole thing? You know? So, yeah, me personally, nah, I'm good, man. Shoot for somebody your league. Like, go date Shonda Black or something. You guys are perfect for each other. All right, great. Anyways, I'm just too good of a guy for you. I'm just out of your league.
BNWO cuck. BNWO cuck. What's BNWO? Going to make a special exception and share these DMs with the public. Do with this info what you will. So, here we see the DMs between Tectone and Denims that she shared in response to this clip. Tectone DMs her 17th, and bear in mind, guys, Tectone for like the last year, 6 months to a year, has been banging on about how much he hates Denims, how disgusting Denims is, whore, Frogan's fat, all these lefties are terrible terrorist supporters. January 17th of 2025 of this year. Yo, you want to play Marvel Rivals sometime? I know we've had poor interaction in the past, and we've both said pretty awful shit to one another, but I kind of don't want to hold grudges on people anymore. All good if not. Oh. But she's obsessed, right? She's obsessed. She's so obsessed with me and even reached out to play Fortnite with me. I expose his lies. Wow, this is what men get for trying to extend an olive branch. Sorry I'm not interested in olive branches from people who sexually abuse my friends and speak about women this way.
Denims talks about you? Dude, I only watch Denims clips offline. Yeah, with my pants off. Yeah, I can't watch those on stream. Yeah, just shouldn't bother.
So he messaged her to try and hang out after he'd already said this about her. Dude. You a fucking weirdo. You weird as hell, bro. You weird as fuck, bro.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, very incriminating, guys.
Where Hasan is calling Asmongold a pedophile.
Oh, yeah, I
Clips
forgot
where
about that.
Denims is calling me a rapist, a pedophile,
Yeah.
an abuser, going in on Nuxtaku, going in on Mudahar, going in on all these streamers, all of these streamers going in on all of these, content creators with complete blasphemous language. I call these people fat. I call a girl with an OnlyFans a whore. And I get banned now for a total of a month. None of them have been banned. So maybe they didn't see my message, and maybe they didn't do anything with it. So here's messages with official Twitch staff. Obviously, I've blurred them out. These are messages with official Twitch staff. This is them.
I've given Tectone the bias point that I think he has. Tectone getting banned for calling Frogan fat was a clear sign of bias. That was it. People can call each other fat, and they don't get banned all the time. So the idea that Tectone got banned for calling Frogan fat, it's like they're just very protective of Frogan, and they don't want that image of like, oh, the Muslim woman's getting beaten up on for being fat. Yeah, they don't want that image. And so there's a bias that's played out there where Tectone was unfairly banned, in my opinion, for that one. This one is not an unfair ban, and I am half and half on the other Denims one where he said that you watch their clips with their pants off. I'm half and half on that one because I can understand Twitch's thinking, I can understand their position, but ideally I wouldn't want it to be that way.
Gave you a nice little title here. I completely get it. Trust me, you should report her and send me whatever clips. And by the way, this is me working with the one good mod that Twitch actually has.
I want to keep in mind that in no way, shape, or form is the person who he's communicating with at fault at all here. The moderation team that decides whether people get banned or not is separate than the group that interacts with streamers.
I mean, true, yeah. Frogan Dam's got like 30 days for the fucking hummus thing, so...
They're two different people.
My dog whistle.
Violative, and I can report them myself and bring them up to the powers that be. It's the same situation as the Frogan thing, and you know it is.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I come out with it. I understand the idea of like their co-workers making sexual comments like that about co-workers Twitch don't want on their platform. But then you have to consider as well, this isn't a traditional work environment, and we already have far looser social rules than a traditional work environment when it comes to Twitch. Now, there is obviously a line on the interactions they're going to want between partnered streamers. When they have a financial investment or like financial tie, contractual tie to multiple streamers that are involved in situation, they're going to want to probably put a bit of protection in place there. So I get where they come out with it, come at it from, but I don't think really that bad. Whoops. I just went back.
And also, by the way, I never reported any of them for any of this.
Oh, wait. This is funny.
according to our...
So yeah, as Gold was saying earlier, feel free to talk shit. Oh, the Minx STD one. Oh yeah, that one makes sense as well. Yeah, it makes sense why he was banned for saying Minx has fucking STDs, like talking about fucking her and saying she has STDs and shit. That one makes sense too. She's a partnered streamer. Yeah, don't accuse partnered streamers of having STDs baselessly and talk about fucking them. Sorry, Tectone, but you're credibly accused of sexual abuse. You can't cry when people say you're sexual abusers or sexual abuser or a rapist. There's enough smoke for people to argue that in court. Sorry, you're a public figure. Learn to deal with it. Whereas Minx, you completely baselessly claim she had STDs. Or no basis other than she's a nasty bitch, basically. Yeah, that would be per se, yeah. So yeah, as I was saying, sorry, as Gold said a minute ago, you're a bitch if you report this stuff. Okay, he's just been shown that Tectone has been reporting this stuff. He's been crying about them talking shit and trying to get people banned. So Gold, where's your condemnation for this? You don't care about it when Tectone does it? Denims wasn't contacting moderators as far as we know.
We will action on or off platform behavior if it's egregious enough.
That's right.
Labeling people rapists, pedophiles, abusers, going after Asmongold's dead fucking mother.
Who does this?
And he just throws that one in there too. Just throws that one out there. Guys, hecking Asmongold.
And also, by the way, I never reported any of them for any of this.
See, now this is the other retarded part. How are you going to cry that they never got banned if you didn't report them? How are you going to cry they didn't get banned if you don't report?
I have no problem if you want to... I have no problem taking the high road, but if you want to take the low road, I'll meet you there. That's the way I've always seen things. Why? Do you want to know the real reason? It's because if she was still alive, I'd probably just be sitting there like next to her reading these tweets out and these comments, and we'd be laughing about it. She wouldn't give a fuck about what some retard on Twitch said. I'd regularly read her hate threads about me on 4chan, and she'd laugh at it just as much as I did. And so, no, she would not care about this. She didn't give a fuck. Like, of course not. She didn't raise a pussy. Yeah, absolutely. Now, and also another reason why is that I don't think I really need to. And also, like, why is it, like, an action is either bad or not objectively, right? So if somebody reports something, that doesn't mean it's bad. Like, something is objectively good or bad in almost all circumstances. So if you're making a decision only based off of if someone reported, then I don't really think that's a good way to look at things, because there are times where people report something or they don't report something and it should have been reported or it shouldn't have been reported. So you need to have a separate...
Yeah, moderation teams action on reports, okay? The way a moderation team works is they receive a report from a user, they investigate the report, and then they issue a punishment if they find it to be worthy of banning. That's the way moderation teams work. If it doesn't get reported, they don't investigate. That's pretty much how every moderation team works. This is very widely known. This is a very widely known basic rule of the internet for many years. Is that mass reports don't generally work, and that things won't be investigated if they're not reported.
System that goes beyond whether somebody is complaining about something or not. That's the reason why.
Here's the thing, though. If you're crying about harassment, harassment is, to a certain extent, in the sort of like, it's defined by the recipient a little bit, right? Not entirely. But if you're okay with someone continually contacting you, you can't really call them continually contacting you harassment, right? So if you want these people to be banned for harassing you, you kind of do need to report them for harassing you.
Mm-hmm. I compiled a folder. I submitted an appeal. I made all of this.
Yep.
Appeal sent. Here's the info on Hasan and friends. Or should I send it elsewhere? This is great. I can try to pass it to the powers that be.
Yeah.
And he did. An
Thank you for the
official
$4.99 Jimbo.
Twitch staff member
Okay, that's crazy.
took this folder. This was also reported them by 40, 50 members on Twitch, probably from my chat.
Probably
because
more than
obviously,
that.
when my chat sees someone breaking the TOS,
Probably a lot more than
they're
that.
going to report them.
Yeah.
They've been reported by my chat. They've been reported by their own mods.
I want to say that you want to know another reason why I never report anybody who talks shit about me? It's because I'm so popular and so big that it literally will never affect me, even in a 0.01% situation. I know that they literally are so insignificant and so meaningless to me that it will never have an impact on me in even the slightest way. And the most humble? Well, it's just true, right? I mean, it doesn't affect me. It doesn't do anything. Like ants? No, ants
They
can
could
bite
just
you.
add a link to moderation that requires moderators to check why someone said something. Oh yeah, which ban would that have prevented? Which ban would that have prevented here? Wouldn't have banned the one where... wouldn't have prevented this one. Because Tectone brought up our OnlyFans. That's just against TOS.
Unless Aaron Bushnell was a mom, I've never met any moms who lit themselves on fire. Maybe Esmond shouldn't have let her do that if he can't take the heat.
Thank you for the $5. Wouldn't have prevented the Denims pants off one. Because that's sexual harassment. They don't want that between partners. Wouldn't have prevented the Minx one. Because he made up that she had STDs. Might have prevented the Frogan one. But even I don't think it would have prevented that one. I think that one's a separate issue of bias where they are very protective of Frogan. So what a terrible suggestion you just made in chat there.
Like, no, worse, like, I would say it's like one of those, like, little, like, you know, those little tiny, like, sugar ants that just don't really do anything. They're just annoying. Like, that like one of those ants.
And received with confirmation that it was sent to official Twitch moderators and staff. Nothing was done. With this, we have 100% assurance that Twitch is okay with terrorist sympathizers. They are okay with people breaking the law. They are okay with people labeling people as criminals, attempting to defame them, harass them, ruin their life with false allegations.
I don't think people understand how much damage a false allegation can do to a person. As somebody who's been at the...
Yeah,
like,
the allegations against Tectone false. So we sure about that, Asmongold?
I mean, you guys know me. I've never been, like, the primary thing for something like that. But I've been around people that were. It will make people want to kill themselves. And in a lot of cases, sometimes they do. Because, like, if you say something like that about a person, this is career ending. People do not want to deal with you. Nobody wants to be around you. It's really, really bad.
As go after people's dead parents, and they are okay with all of it as long as you are pushing a leftist extremist agenda.
As long as you have the right opinions, you get to get away with anything. That's right. And that's the way it's been at Twitch. If you have the right opinions and you have the right politics, you can break the rules.
Thank you for the $4.99, Jimbly. Huge appreciate. Thank you.
And not receive
Also, guys, that was a great time to remind you, okay? 516 people watching right now. 80 likes on the stream. Some of those 440 people want to please move their cursor to thumbs up and clicking it or pressing a thumbs up on the mobile device. That'd be huge appreciated. Now, if you want to take your support one step further, you can do it directly through Stream Elements link in the pin chat message. Just buy a membership to the channel, gift a membership to the channel, gift a whole bunch of memberships randomly throughout the chat, buy a super chat which highlight a message out on highlight a message in chat and read it on TTS, or buy a super sticker, which YouTube image or GIF that we highlight in chat and I'll subscribe it to you. You can go to discord.gg/Kuihman, twitter.com/Kuihman, or reddit.com/r/Kuihman. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Hody, for the membership. Huge appreciate. Thank you.
Any consequences, and when things get egregious enough, maybe you get suspended on your day off.
I have once again been banned. And by the way, guys, I've shown you proof of everything. And maybe I'll do that one more time right now. I'm going to ask you guys to take my word for it, because I have honored myself and I pride myself by always telling you guys the absolute truth and providing you proof with absolutely everything that I possibly can. And if it's requested enough, I suppose I can show you more DMs.
Legit, just go look at fucking Shamu's video, how much this guy fucking lies for his teeth, and he just gets on his stream and it's just like, I show you guys everything. I prove I've never lied to you guys. You are such a rat piece of shit, man.
Where I'm very angry and I don't feel like censoring these things out again because my brain hurts and I'm doing this live. And I just got another DM right before I made this video that I didn't edit. They sent me a DM on how to deal with this. And they told me to just ignore them.
This is the part we saw.
Uh-huh.
That's their solution. They want me to just ignore them. Guys, Twitch.
Yes, turn off your eyes. Turn off the screen. How is cyberbullying real, Tectone? Turn off the fucking screen. Close your eyes.
You telling me to just ignore them is you telling me to have people send me career-ending false allegations, going after my friends.
Yeah, we went over that a minute ago, Acorn. We went over the clip of him saying that his father never sexually assaulted anyone, which obviously the congressional record disagrees with in this segment called Sexual Assault in the Military, that speaks extensively about Colonel Michael J. Robertson, Tectone's father, who was convicted on multiple counts of sexual assault by a military court.
Going after my friends' dead parents and just ignore it.
Yep.
What type of disgusting fucking monsters do you have to be to expect me to be able to be defamed, slandered, have my livelihood ripped away from me, have them go after people who I care about so much, more than I care about my fucking self, including their dead parents, and
somebody says love Techie, but he did decide to be a drama streamer, so he can't really be mad when he gets drama all over him. He's not mad about the drama. He's mad about the one-dimensional punishment of the drama. He's not.
Thank you, Mira, for the 50 Danish kroner. Tectone literally always says, I will show proof, and never does it. The next time he leans on that, never shown proof. Over and fucking over. Very true.
Not complaining that they're saying this stuff about them. He's complaining that they're doing it, but he's the one that gets in trouble. The problem is not that it's happening. The problem is that it's only being responded to in one direction. That's the issue.
Well,
so would you like to give one example of something Denims has said about Tectone that should be against TOS? A single example. Because calling him a rapist after he's been credibly accused should not be against TOS. That's ridiculous.
Just ignore him. That's not how this works.
Nope.
I would be able to fucking ignore them if you did anything. I gave you 3 weeks with a compiled, easy-to-read folder. Yet I get banned in less than 24 hours after my quote-unquote infraction. You're gonna have to keep banning me. Over and over and over and over again. Because if these people are coming at me, coming at my friends, coming at their relatives, coming at my relatives, coming after their deceased relatives, I'm gonna have to fucking say something when they're blasting this out to millions of people every day. And yes, Twitch, it bothers me if they're promoting terrorist propaganda when I take pride in living in the United States of America.
Yeah, no, it's the problem is that he has to ignore them, but they don't have to ignore him. That's the main problem more than anything. It's that they get to throw stones from a glass house, and the moment that he responds, he's the one who gets in trouble.
So stupid. I don't know how many times I can go over this stupid
Many of my friends and relatives were soldiers who I care about very much, despite everything. I don't fucking care. I respect our soldiers. I love our troops, and I don't take their sacrifices for granted. You all know this is happening.
I have one of those.
This is undeniable proof you know this is happening.
Yeah.
And yet you still do nothing.
It's because they agree.
It's so retarded and performative. These people are like actually disgusting. Like actually subhuman fucking loser Asmongold. Truly. What a despicable fucking loser Asmongold is. Remember when this guy pretended to have a single shred of integrity or actually look at a single piece of evidence? You know, this guy goes around saying, oh, people just don't look into anything. When Tectone is out here just totally fucking lying, like disgusting filth, straight to his face, saying that his father never sexually assaulted anyone. Colonel Robertson routinely touched them without permission on their breasts, thighs, and buttocks, and encouraged them to look at pornography on his computer. Routinely touched them without permission on their breasts, thighs, and buttocks. No sexual assault, by the way. Routinely touching without permission. Groping in the fucking office. And he's out here saying, no sexual assault. Tectone's out here saying they're slandering him when he has lied about just about every aspect of his court cases. When he has been outed as conducting an op with his new girlfriend to smear his ex-girlfriend, and she has now completely retracted any justification she gave that narrative. He is one of the most guilty-seeming, I'll say, motherfuckers in the world. And Asmongold has done nothing and is willing to sweep for him. Done nothing to research it, is willing to just sweep for any allegation.
It doesn't have a rule set, but when you have a rule set and the rule set is only applied to one group of people and it's not being applied evenly, that's not a rule set, that's a weapon.
Tectone is actually one of the biggest, most disgusting crybullies alive. Him and Ethan Klein are disgusting, subhuman crybullies. It is some of the most filth behavior to go around courting as much controversy as possible, talking crazy shit, crying when you get hit.
My friends getting harassed every fucking day by these disgusting human beings that call themselves streamers when in reality all they do is pull up CNN and walk away from their fucking share. They will be replaced by AI in the next 6 fucking months.
They could be replaced by a potato.
Code. If there's a terrorist, just make the streamer Pog.
Oh.
Great.
Oh.
I don't know what the fuck you anti-American retards are doing there back at Twitch, but I suggest you try enforcing your TOS equally. That way you get some of the credibility you once had back. Because I assure you, you do not have it now. And
also, at a certain point, Twitch is going to be held responsible for not taking action on certain people making comments. And when that eventually happens, and I am saying when and not if, that will eventually happen, they will look at examples like this Tectone situation where they were given proof, and it's documented proof that Twitch received this information. And because of that, that will be used in order to create a precedent and a pattern of behavior that Twitch systematically chose to selectively enforce their terms of service. And they also chose to selectively punish people based off of arbitrary reasons that don't have anything to do with their actual rules.
Just make shit up. Just make shit up.
That's what's going to happen. It might not happen immediately, but in the long term, it will.
You, Twitch. Because I'm sure once this video gets released, and this will be talked about by everybody, once again, thank you for giving me 1 million subs on YouTube. I'm going to go get a golden retriever in celebration. Twitch, go fuck yourself. May God have mercy on your soul. Do your fucking job. Unban me. That's the video. Like, comment, subscribe. See y'all next time. Peace.
Okay, well, there we go. And so that's the video. I totally support Tectone. I think that he's completely right. I feel like if you have people that are... Do you hate Denims? Honestly, no. I don't hate Denims.
Wow.
Maybe that...
Great stuff happening here. So yeah, Tectone is a disgusting fucking liar, absolute crybully piece of shit, worthless scumfuck loser. And his dad's a fucking sexual assaulter who routinely groped women under his command in the military, and then was disgusting enough to try to claim that it was to boost morale when tried. Truly despicable, worthless, subhuman father with despicable, worthless, subhuman son. Some of the most truly disgusting, wretched people alive. Okay. I had something to move on to after this. Oh, sorry. The Frogan ban wasn't just for calling her fat. So we might actually re-examine this. What did he actually say about her?
He didn't. Hey, no, go ahead. Now go ahead.
I said it in a way in which I didn't mean, and I also clarified it on Twitter by saying the U.S. military has conducted some of the most horrific.
No, 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 Frogan. You meant it. And not only did you double down, you tripled down. And I am here to correct that wrong.
I have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers. Distress, thank you so much. I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers. U.S. military? Boo fucking who? I hope you get PTSD.
That is a real quote. You want to tell me that's a misspeak? Well, here's your reaction to the same clip.
Any other
problem.
Like, oh my god, I want my fucking Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you. I hope you get PTSD.
Didn't she get a ban for this?
And I hope you get no health insurance.
Good.
And they posted it in my head. I'm like,
Yeah, who cares about this man? It's so dumb.
You said based to your own fucking clip, not once, but twice. Did you misspeak 3 times consecutively? No, Frogan. You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. You're a fucking liar. And you live in your own rose-tinted glasses of who you are. However, the rest of the world is not going to fall for this revisionist history you are so desperately trying to push, you fat, disgusting bitch. Not only are you ugly on the outside, you are ugly on the inside, and you should be fucking ashamed. Thank God no man is ever going to have to see that shit.
Crimes against humanity in
the only thing that sees the inside of you is the McDonald's Big Mac.
Modern era in countries such as Iraq, Afghanistan.
So yeah, it's because he goes on about, he goes in depth on sexual comments. He's giving detailed sexual comments. What do I have lined up next? So I mean, I probably wouldn't want him banned for this. I would have to know if it's a specific double standard. I have to see similar comments from other people, but I think probably I'd still lean towards this being a case of bias on this one. It's just, yeah, it's a little bit misportrayed when people say it's just calling a